In Singapore, we hear that there are many pathways to success. But do parents and students truly buy that? And then again, how do you define success? Is it about a good job, stable income, rank and prestige, how many followers you have on Instagram? Or is it about being happy? What do you hope for him in his life?
Because he has to be healthy and happy, living a wholesome life.
I hope to see that she becomes a very successful person.
Wait, what do you mean by successful?
When you have a good family, good health, and be able to do all the things that you like, and not having to stress out about money.
I hope that he really can bring value and change the lifestyle of a human being in the world.
I hope she gets to achieve what she mapped out for herself now. Settle down financially, comfortably.
What you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a software engineer. I want to be able to program and just do what I like. I think when I was primary 3, I actually loved robotics. That's why I went for robotic lessons.
Yeah.
I actually didn't quite know until you tell me.
You didn't know that?
Yes. I did ask him what is his ambitions. But I think during that time he told me he wanted to be a vet.
You've never really told your dad that you wanted to do software engineering.
You did.
Perhaps maybe I have forgotten.
Have you guys had conversations about her post-secondary school life?
Yeah, we talk about it quite often. We will normally ask our children, what happened in school,
Yeah.
This and that. And then she gets more information on other things. And then she said, probably poly is also a good idea because I'm pretty hands-on. Maybe I'll go into gaming, design, development.
Well, I've always seen myself taking the career path of a diplomat because I've been doing a lot of debate, right? And I met a person in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I actually talked to him for a while. He was a coach for one of the teams, and I got onto the idea of being a diplomat and meeting new people, traveling around the world and actually forging new bonds is kind of what I like to do.
Well, I guess she might have said that she wanted to be something to do with dealing with people. Probably she wants to be a lawyer.
I like talking to people. That's what I like to do. I would say lawyer, but no, I don't. I mean that's for sure. If I were to be honest with myself, I like singing.
You do? You like singing?
I'm playing the guitar.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, you like music?
Yeah.
But later on in the interview, she also mentioned that she was interested in music.
Actually, both my husband and I, we are aware of her interest in music and even in drama. She takes drama in school, but we also said that to be practical, she has to have the basic foundation, the academic is very important.
If you were to approach your mom and tell her, Mom, I want to be a professional musician, what do you think her reaction would be?
Wow. I think she would be she'd just she'd probably ignore me, She's I don't know. She's just
Why do you think that?
I don't know. Maybe it's not something that a parent would be proud of. I don't know. Maybe that's what I think.
All right. Interesting. Mom, how do you feel about that?
She's half correct. It's something not all parents would be so proud of. Having said that, I would still say okay if she wants to pursue her interest or passion in that line, as long as, like I said, she has to complete her formal education.
What do you see yourself becoming or doing 10 years from now?
Playing soccer for Singapore, representing Singapore.
A professional soccer player?
Yeah.
That's excellent. Okay, when did you realize you had a love for soccer?
When I was 3 years old, my dad was an ex-national player.
Fist bump for your dad. Well done. What's the next step for you?
Education. My course I want to take up in poly, sports science.
We'll stop it there.
Sure.
So, would you say it's hard to become a professional athlete in Singapore at this point?
I think looking at my husband as an example, it's not impossible. So he's retired as a player. He is now continuing his career as a coach. He's still taking up coaching licenses. Yeah. To support his career.
Journey, yeah.
It's a lifelong learning journey in a sense.
Now you seem to be very assured of young Rohin's future. Can you share with us your confidence and why you're not worried at all?
Financially, I guess we should be able to help him to have a start. And I've always told him, don't just think about a job, think about a career. So what do we need to have a good career? Gain experience, expertise, the knowledge, the skills. Yeah. So I'm not worried because I know that he will be able to do it one day.
Teens and their parents don't always necessarily agree. Growing up, my dad and I had many debates about my future, and while a lot of my peers ended up taking the university route, I decided to take a gap year after my diploma, which turned into 3 gap years, and now I'm in the media industry full-time. But who knows what the future might bring? I might end up furthering my studies or grab onto any opportunities that come my way. This path worked for me. What's gonna work for you?
I don't want you to leave, will you hold my hand? Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need. Okay, I don't want to. Okay.
Skills Future is all about developing Singaporeans to their fullest potential. To learn more about Skills Future, hit up skillsfuture.sg.